on to game number one. Now, you may notice there is a Twitch overlay thing at the bottom of the hand of the Vega player. Yeah, this is fixed, I think, in game two, but each of the captains had to record the games, and he forgot to turn off his Twitch overlay.
Oh, right, I see. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's what happened
that's
there.
awkward. But it happens. This is an experimental tournament, so we're just going, seeing how things go. We'll iron out anything like that in the future.
Do you play
So we
Undertaker or
got
tracking here? That's the question.
um. I guess I don't really agree with tracking turn one. Tracking to cards, you want to fish for options later on when you're running out of options. So I think you just contest the board here with Undertaker. You don't really want your Undertaker to go to waste so easily, but I don't think the lucky the Vega Squadron players in any
In a position to really
hang on, I'm a
contest
bit
here.
yeah, I'm just got a bit confused. I was looking at it.
That's
All
fine.
right, okay.
The two players here are for Vega, it's Nick Chipper is who they fielded first, and then for yeah, and then for Lucky Draw, I do believe it was Game King. Yeah, Game King is the one they fielded out here.
Okay. So Nick is probably going to play the science. Yeah, so he plays the scientist. This is just general hunter business. I mean, apart from the bit of awkwardness with the Undertaker at the start, this is pretty
Wow,
standard hunter stuff. I wonder if
that
he's going
that
to side a
Leok.
trade here.
I think
I
you
think you
do.
do. Yeah, I mean, if it's an explosive trap, it's a bit unfortunate. If it's a freezing, you can just waste that freezing trap on the spider.
Um,
But Nick does have options to unleash the hound here to make his freezing trap a bit better, or he could play the bow and start charging up his bow. So he has a few options here.
yeah, I think what he's doing here is he's gonna play the bow just to get the charge off, and then I think you hit the face here.
Do we know what trap it is?
No.
Oh,
And yeah, we don't know the trap, and we'll have to see how it turns out.
so we've
Because
got
I was sent these videos, so I couldn't exactly check.
yeah, exactly. I would have thought they might have checked the trap themselves, but yeah. So we don't know what trap he's got. So I think depending on what decision he makes now, will kind of give us a an idea of what trap's down. I think if you go for face with a bow here, you've probably got. Well, actually, no. I think if you got an explosive trap, you go for Leok because obviously it kills them. I don't think you go
Hmm.
for face in any circumstance here, really. Would you agree with that?
This is difficult because if you hit the Leok, you take 2 damage anyway. You also telegraph explosive, but that's not
Yes,
that
exactly.
relevant. But you take 2 damage, and if you hit face, he takes three, and you take two from the Leok anyway.
Okay, it's explosive trap then. Okay.
It's
I mean,
definitely explosive.
if it was freezing trap, it might have been better to use Unleash the Hounds that turn. Oh,
This
that's not
this
nice.
Houndmaster. A lot of people haven't been running Houndmaster, and I can see why, but I think the one of is quite powerful from time to time. It really steals games.
Well, from what I can tell, this is a face hunt. This must be face hunter because he's got an abusive sergeant, unless he just texts it in. So, and a Houndmaster. That's a strange build, actually. I'm not quite sure what type of hunter this is.
I think this
It
is
has.
Face Hunter. I think.
I mean, usually face hunters don't have enough animals to Houndmaster. That's why we don't usually see it. But
Yeah.
maybe because he's running a snake trap as well, he's decided to put in the Houndmaster because he can Houndmaster a snake.
You can also get snakes off Mad Scientist, so it could be possible he's running two, even though a lot of people don't like running two. Also, the law of Hunter Mirrors is that the slower deck loses, and there is
Exactly.
a
So
Ragnaros in Nick's hand.
exactly. So unfortunately now I think Nick is really far behind. He can't clear this trap. He can't clear the knife juggler. So it's a bit awkward for him right now. I mean, I don't really see many plays here that can help him. You could unleash the hounds and try and clear board, but he must know by now that that's a snake trap. And if it's a snake trap and he tries to go for, say, the knife juggler, for
He
example,
just loses.
it's gonna be very awkward. He just loses, but he'll just lose all his hounds as
I
well, and you
think
don't want that.
what you
It's
might have to do is go like haunt that. That was a mistake because of freezing. But I would have gone haunted creeper web. Like you can go haunted creeper web spinner and then Unleash, and then just attack attack one and try and reduce the chances of losing your
Well,
hounds. This
yeah, well,
works out though.
what he's doing now is he's creating a bigger board for him to have bigger hounds so he can clear the board, but he's still in a very awkward situation here. He's down on life. The only fortunate thing for Nick is that Game King only has one card in hand, and that could
Yeah.
be a dead card.
Well, he is dead in
And
four turns. No, 2 turns because of Unleash. He's got 5 from hand. So this is when you just go Hero Power Shredder, right?
yeah, you play the Shredder, Hero Power, and you're guaranteed to kill him next turn because if he overcommits the board.
Mm-hmm.
And Nick's in a situation right now where he needs to play more minions down because he needs to kill. He needs to get stuff on the board to deal damage. So this is a pretty easy clear. We'll see what comes out the Shredder. Oh, Crocus, that's not too brilliant.
I'm
That's
expecting him to
actually a
get anti-Keelbot off the top at some point.
That's actually a really good Shredder minion to get right now because not only is it a beast, but it's bulky enough that he'll have to use his low fed to clear it, which just makes the board even less threatening for Game King.
It's pretty brutal, yeah. I mean, if it was anything with 2 life, he could use the boar that he got off Web Spinner, but it's just not working. To be honest though, if he kills this, I think because keep in mind that they got to play as a team, so I think they're probably trying to figure out like what are the chances of winning if we miss the 5 damage this turn versus the chances of him just killing us if we don't kill this.
I mean, he's on the clock right now. He has 3 turns to win, so I think you just gotta hope really that he has. Yeah, you just have to hope that he doesn't have anything.
Now it's a two
But
turn clock, but he does have lethal. Um,
yeah, at least the Hounds gives him lethal. So as hunter mirrors go, they can be quite quick, and it does really depend on who gets the momentum first with the damage.
I would just you use kill command here by the way because you don't want to show a second unleash. Not every deck plays it.
Or you kill command yourself and say oops
Yeah.
if
So
you want to
Game
BM.
King takes the first game for Lucky Draw.